Welcome to the Government Support Jobs Employer Portal tutorial for managing jobs. This tutorial will show you how to post and manage jobs. You are provided a template for filling out the basic job information. Some of the information has been preloaded for this tutorial, but we will take a quick look at the different areas. The first field contains your company's internal reference code based on your company's policy. Select whether the position is active and searchable. This functionality allows you to control the job posting's appearance to job seekers. Select a job category from the drop-down list. In this case, we've selected Information Technology Services. Job type. And then, of course, a job description. You may select whether or not this job is part of a known contract. Is there a hiring date? You can select the month and year. And you can also select the ability to track the number of positions available and those filled. For location criteria, you insert the position's location and whether or not remote work or telecommuting is acceptable. You specify a willingness to relocate a candidate. You then select key details about travel, salary, and management experience. Once completed, click Save and you will be taken to the attribute guide where you will enter more specific criteria. The first attribute filter you want to specify is education, where you can select by type of degree, area of study, either general or specific, and whether or not you would consider a skill set in lieu of this education, and whether or not it's desired or required criteria. So we'll go ahead and populate this now with a bachelor's degree, specific area of study, computer studies, and we'll say it's required, and we'll say add this education attribute, and it appears over here on the right side of the screen and resets the fields so that we can add additional education criteria. When finished with education, click on Next Step and you're taken to the Experience filter. The Experience filter allows you to set experience type, primary job function, and the number of years, and whether it's desired or required. We'll go ahead and say contractor. We have it broken down into another level. We'll select Air Force. We would like somebody with experience at Eglin Air Force Base. Primary function, information technology. Years of experience, 10, and we'll say that's desired. Add this experience attribute. And it shows up over here on the right. We can edit or delete it. When finished with the experience attribute, click Next, and we're taken to Skills. Due to the large volume of available skills, you can set your filter by category, or you can do a search. In some cases, this is quicker. We'll search on SQL. As you can see, we have different options. We can select one. We'd like 5 years, intermediate, and that'll be one of our skills. When finished with the skill set, we just click Next, and we're taken to the clearance area. At the clearance filter, you select whether or not a clearance is required. And the level, we'll select secret. Does it have to be active now? We'll say yes. And we'll say that this is required criteria. Click on Next Step, and we go to Certifications. At the Certifications filter, we select a category, and we get a list of certifications. And we can further narrow those down to say Information Technology. And as you can see, we have a whole list of certifications. Microsoft Certified Systems Administrator, we'll select that. Let's say 5 years, and we'll call it Desired. We'll add that certification attribute. It shows up over here on the right. We can either add more because our fields have reset, or we can continue on. Clicking Next Step. We are now taken to the completed job posting, where we can either edit the job details, run the attribute guide again to make changes, or to clone this job. You will notice that our database has already been scrubbed for people matching part of the criteria that we established. Below that are the position attributes we specified. To save time entering information, we can clone this job and only change what information is different. You are taken to an exact duplicate that has a copy suffix to the position title so that it is separate. Simply editing any of the fields or rerunning the attribute guide will allow you to make multiple postings much more efficiently. This concludes the tutorial for posting jobs.